Hey guys, this is me. I have some more news about what's going on. So I saw that they were hiring for isolation and quarantine strike team. So let's look at a few of this. First of all, let's go to the actually governmentjobs.com. And let's see. It's the work that matters, you guys. All right, isolation and quarantine team consultant PS2. Salary $3,294 to $4,000. That's a lot. That's a nice salary. I think I make about that much. So updated 9/20. That was yesterday at 4:45 p.m. Additional information regarding the isolation and quarantine facility has been included. As stated in the governor's proclamation, all employees engaging in work for the Department of Health are required to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 on or before October 18th. Proof of vaccination will be verified by the Office of Human Resources after an employment officer has been extended and accepted. See vaccine requirement timelines. Please reach out to the Office of Human Resources. Apply early. Application review will be ongoing. Initial review begins September 21st. That's today. This recruitment is open and continuous. The hiring authority reserves the right to make a hiring decision and or to close requirements at any time. The mission of the Department of Health is to protect and improve the health of people in Washington. This is Washington State. The Division of Emergency Preparedness and Response ensures the agency that its local health, tribal, and medical partners are better prepared to respond to and recover from public health emergency, major disasters, and terrorist activity that affect health of the people in Washington State. The isolation and quarantine section works to decompress hospitals by supporting local and state isolation and quarantine alternate care facilities. Are they talking to FEMA camps? And emergency patient transport by partnering with local governments, tribes, counties, and cities, and communities, state agencies, and other entities in the event of an emergency. People who test positive for COVID-19 or who are exposed to someone who tests positive for COVID-19 are asked to isolate or quarantine away from other people for 10 to 14 days in order to reduce risk of transmitting the virus to others. Most people are able to isolate or quarantine in their own homes. In Washington State, providing for I&Q is the responsibility of local jurisdiction. If you don't understand that, that means that most people are able to quarantine away from everybody in their homes. They're saying that in Washington State, it is up to the local jurisdiction to make sure people are isolating and quarantining. It's not really up to the people. The state isolation and quarantine facility was created for individuals who are not Washington residents but are traveling in our state and test positive for COVID-19, or who have been exposed to someone who tested positive and do not have a residence or other locations in which to spend their 10 to 14 day isolation or quarantine period. So if you travel to Washington State and you know how they do that contact tracing, I believe I said something about it. If not, I'll do a separate video on the contact tracing. And So cause now you have to give your number, you give your number and your name. Say for instance, we go to a hotel, right? Say boom, we go to Washington State. We want to chillax, relax, watch and see things. And we go to a hotel and someone in the hotel tests positive for COVID. All right. And it just so happened that you ate dinner downstairs with the people. Now, this doesn't matter if you are vaccinated or not. Let's say you ate dinner downstairs with the people or with the person. Okay. And you have to isolate for quarantine and isolate for 10 to 14 days. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take you to this place. I don't think they'll let you stay in the hotel because there are other people in the hotel that didn't come in contact with the person. So I believe that you're going to have to go into this isolation camp for 10 to 14 days. Okay, so our state facility operates from within a motel in Lewis County. Oh, okay, it is a hotel. Our team provide a number of different services for our guests. Team members provide transportation to and from the facility in vans that have been altered to separate airflow to protect the driver. There is a nurse on staff who checks guest vitals multiple times per day to ensure that guests whose condition worsens get timely transport to a medical facility for care. Another team member will accompany the nurse on their rounds and take notes for the nurse. Team members provide for all aspects of the guest stay to include providing laundry services, delivering hygiene products, delivering ready-made foods or microwavable foods to the guests. Team members also answer phones, check inventory and keep track of supplies needed to safely operate the facility. Team members receive training in fit and use of personal protection PPE. In addition, team members may be asked to provide technical assistance to local health jurisdiction or tribal nations on facility operations and performance. Learn more about isolation and quarantine for COVID-19. Okay, under the direction of the team lead, these program specialists, 2 PS2 positions, are responsible for participating in program planning and evaluating of health and service delivery products and identifying needs for personnel, supplies, and activities to support communities and state response activities. These positions implement policy and procedure that guide the work of our team. This recruitment will be used to fill 3 non-permanent full-time program specialists, 2 positions located within the Division of Emergency Preparedness and Response. These program specialists, 2 positions, are anticipated to last 12 months from the date of hire. So they're doing this a year. The duty station for this position is at Cinderella, Washington, at our state isolation and quarantine facility. The facility is staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days per week. Staff may work any or all of the 3 shifts and may work overtime as needed to ensure adequate staffing for the facility. And then it says about the Department of Health, and it tells the values, and it says benefit of working for the Department of Health, and a healthy life-work balance by offering flexible schedule, and it tells you all of that. Duties include maintaining the readiness of the facilities and equipment, which includes ensuring contractors have cleaned the facilities, providing direct service to guests. They're calling it guests. They're calling them guests. You mean hostages? Okay, I'm not going to overreact. Assisting with inventory, assisting nurses on performing rounds, maintaining facility cleanliness, providing guests transportation to and from, prepping to the facility to receive guests, providing outreach, education, and training to internal and external stakeholders. What are we looking for? Okay, required qualifications: 3 or more years demonstrated experience work in public health, healthcare, hospitality, customer service, or closely related field. Option 2 is an associate degree. Option 3 is a bachelor's degree. Application process: you send your resume in, cover letter, professional references, and it says do not attach documents that contain a photo or private information. Applicants wishing to claim vegetable preferences should attach any copy of their DD-124 member 4 copy. Conditions of employment: working conditions with or without accommodations. I am willing and able to understand the government proclamation, legally operate state-owned vehicle, work Sundays, work weekends, occasionally work more than 40 hours, travel as needed to transport guests, driving, and I'm not reading it all. You guys can see it. I'm just running through I'm kind of going through the gist of each one. Drive in heavy traffic, work in a climate-controlled isolation and quarantine facility office setting, work remaining stationary for extended periods of time. That means stand still. Move and or transport objects weighing up to 40 pounds. Participate in emergency response activities. Fit test on N95 mask and wear personal protective equipment at all times while in the facility. The duty station for the position is, and it tells you where it is. And then it says, if you have questions or comments. So, yeah, that's wild. That was a lot. Let's see. So that was on the government website. That was the actual job application. So let's see, your news. This is an article about what we just read. It says strike team staffers wanted for isolation and quarantine facilities. All right, this is what it looks like. They have a picture, y'all. Our ideal candidate is outward even when confronted with others that are not open for. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. It says our ideal candidate. I read that up there. It says they demonstrate resilience to model outward behavior even when stressed or tired. That's what they want. They're seeking temporary staffers for their isolation and quarantine facilities. So this pretty much is just repeating what we read. That's pretty much what this is. So yeah, I just want to let you guys, keep you guys up to date, let you guys know. The word strike team is really weird. I don't like that word. Didn't I on one of my other videos, didn't I talk about a strike team? It was in the medical, in like the hospitals or something, they had a strike team. I think that might have been. Let me see. Well, in Washington State, I'm just go ahead, just letting y'all know. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for listening, and if I hear something else, I'll bring it to you. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.